We're going to learn how to play a ninth chord in a funk style, and we'll use a familiar 12-bar blues progression. Here is the structure for a C ninth chord. Let's start with our first finger. We put our first finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, our middle finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and with our 3rd finger we bend it down and bar straight across the 3rd fret on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd strings. Now it's quite awkward having this barring and these two being upright and not wanting to flatten out. So you have to somehow train your fingers so that these two stay upright and this bar stays in position, covering the 1st, 2nd and 3rd strings. And the chord sounds like this. There's a few things to watch out for. You want to make sure that your thumb is on the edge of the neck and your little finger doesn't go underneath the neck, because often you need to play extra notes, and it's a shame if your finger's stuck under here and you want to suddenly pull it out and play some additional notes with the chord. Also, I think it's a little easier when you bar to tilt your finger on an angle this way by having your wrist up here. It's an easier way of structuring the chord than having your fingers leaning over this way on this angle. So we want to kind of bring our wrist out, and that locks the bar into place quite nicely. There's the sound of our chord. It's a C ninth chord. It's actually a jazz chord, and it's used a lot in funk rhythms. Now we're going to do a simplified rhythm for this, and we'll take a look now at the right hand and see how we're going to do this rhythm. We start with the pick above the 5th string, and we're going to do a downstroke followed by an upstroke in this timing, with a mute at the end of it again. Now, slowing that down, we do a downstroke, we wait a little bit, we come up with an upstroke. Now remember, with an upstroke you're usually off the beat anyway, so it's not important to hit the same amount of strings. You can just clip, say 3 or even 2 strings, followed by a mute. Here's the timing again. One more time. Now we want to make sure that when we mute the string, we place the edge of the palm of our hand on the strings itself. And make sure that as the palm mutes the strings, our pick winds up somewhere around the 6th and 5th string, because in this example we're going to throw a bass line in. Let's go back to the left hand and see how we do the bass line now. Now our bass line begins on the 3rd fret 6th string, moves over to the 5th string 1st fret, and then back again to your first note, then back to the 5th string, then use your middle finger 2nd fret, 5th string, and then move that up to form the C ninth chord. So our notes are G, B flat, G, B flat, B natural, C ninth. Again. Now some things to watch out for. When you go back and forth between the 6th and 5th string, lift each fingertip off to avoid the ugly blurring sound that you'll get if you keep your fingers down. So we go lift, 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 middle finger, and when you're moving up to the C ninth chord, from there, lift your finger up and place it. Don't produce a slide and then the chord, because you get an extra note that you really don't want in there. So it's place by lifting up over the fret, like that. Now to play the sequence we want to do 4 bars here on the C ninth. So we start off like this. Then when we get to here, we want to move along the neck. Now, at the end of our last bass line, we left off on the 2nd fret, 5th string. I'll just play the bass line one more time. Now we want to move along to the F 9th chord, which is situated down at the 8th fret, where the middle finger would be, and the bar would be at the 8th fret. And we do the same thing down here. So I'll start off with the last bass line in this position, move. When I move, I lift my finger. I don't want to create a slide like that, so we go like this, and then we play the same bass line starting on the 8th fret, 6th string, using the same pattern of notes. Like that, and then back to C 9. So it's 4 times here and twice there. I'll just play that for you. Then we go to the 10th fret, where the bar would be, and the middle finger, and that's a G 9th, and we change the strum pattern here. We just do downstrokes. And notice with each downstroke, I mute by lifting my fingers off so that it dampens the strings down with the left hand, like that. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And we're going to mute the strings and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the C. Etc. And that will complete our progression.